In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
In the park, grabbing up ducks by their neck, walking off with them, and eating them like, did you eat that cat?
I never thought I would make a video like this, but I woke up this morning to insanity infiltrating my social media feed. And look, I'm not here to discuss politics or who I'm voting for or really any of my political opinions because that's none of your beeswax. I'm just reacting to viral topics that I see circulating on social media. All of it is public information that I've gathered and compiled into one video to just simplify the story for you. I'm not saying any of it is factual, so please take everything with a grain of salt. But as many of you know, right now we are in my least favorite season, election season here in the US, and it's a tale as old as time. Everything and everyone seems to be out of control during election season. Surprise, surprise, this year is no different. I have no words for the state of our country right now. Lord, please help us. But anyway, last night we had the first presidential debate against Kamala and Trump.
It's because people want to take their country back. Make America great again. She's destroying this country, and if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success, we'll end up being Venezuela on steroids.
So, Donald Trump has no plan for you. I mean, honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people.
I didn't watch it, but the memes have been memeing. And the most unhinged clip that has been circulating from the debate is this one.
A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Donald Trump says they're eating our pets, and David Muir tries to fact check him and tell him there's no factual proof for this.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
television. But the people on television saying their dog was eaten by the people that went there.
And of course, people think he's just insane for saying those things. As you can see, Kamala laughing while he's saying that. But I wanted to do a little deep dive as to why he may be saying those things, because I too have been seeing it all over TikTok and Instagram. Again, I'm not saying it's factual, but I've seen it. All of this controversy is taking place in Springfield, Ohio. And to better understand the situation, here's how it started.
Springfield, Ohio, a city that used to have a declining population, has in recent years seen an over 20% population boom, and that has largely been driven by the arrival of Haitian immigrants. Haiti is in political crisis. Its president was assassinated a few years ago, armed gangs now patrol the streets of Port-au-Prince, and tens of thousands of Haitians have been forced to flee their homes. Many came to the U.S. and were granted what's called temporary protected status, which means they're here legally, they're not being threatened with deportation, and they are allowed to work. Mayor of Springfield is Rob Rue, and he told us that the city's services and infrastructure have been stressed. The local schools have seen a quadrupling in the number of students who need English language help. The local health center spends hundreds of thousands of dollars in translation services, and the fire and EMS departments are seeing rising numbers of calls. They say that reckless driving and car accidents have gone up, and they argue that local officials simply brush their concerns aside.
And that is because, well, I'm going to let her explain.
Starting with our administration, we gave TPS, temporary protected status, to Haitian migrants, 55,000. And then more recently, we extended temporary protected status to over 100,000 Haitian migrants for that very reason.
According to the news,
the influx of Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio has stressed healthcare, schools, and the number of auto accidents has skyrocketed.
Now you may be wondering, what does that have to do with this statement?
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
Well, it all started with this.
I think it's like kind of odd that like a guy like me has to come out from doing what I do on a daily basis to have fun, because I see what's going on in these streets, and I see you guys just sitting up there in them comfy chairs and suits, and I'm getting out here every day and I'm broadcasting this, and you guys are just sitting up there in suits. Like, I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They flipping cars in the middle of the street. And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from it. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background. You got a bunch of people on a bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I don't even want to, like, seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants, because it's the people that's bringing them down here, because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them. Like, how much money is y'all really getting paid, like, to bring them over here? Like, I know it's deeper than them. I know that's where they come from, and that's what they do. That's their country. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they can't do that over here.
Then more of these clips at Springfield City Commissions kept surfacing of residents basically complaining.
And let me be clear, this is not about race. This is about people being given the privilege of coming here from another country and having no respect for our people, our land, or our life's work. People living their life here the way they did in Haiti, angry, stealing, polluting, living in filth, and acting like animals. These are not civilized people. Opening containers in our grocery stores, helping themselves to what's inside and throwing the rest onto the shelves and floors. Pulling off of the highway to publicly clean and gut the roadkill lying there in front of anyone that passes by. Stealing animals from farmers and leaving their severed heads at the side of an old school where children play. Relieving themselves in public. Making some barbaric stew out of the birds that live in our park. This is insanity, and it has to stop.
And this...
I understand they're here under temporary protected status, and you're protecting them, and I understand that our city services are overwhelmed and understaffed. But who's protecting us? If we're protecting them, who's protecting me?
And this one...
Everyone is talking about the death of ducks and cats in this town, but I'd like to talk about the death of one very special person, my mother-in-law. She was collecting her trash can from her driveway when a car struck and killed her instantly. That morning, though, a Haitian immigrant was allegedly driving recklessly when he struck and killed her. 14 years later, I'm living in fear in my own city. It's not safe.
And then we have interviews on the streets of other residents basically saying they have seen very similar things.
The only thing I've seen, I did see a pig's head laying down in Snyder Park.
Saw a pig's head?
A pig's head.
Like it had been cut off? Or?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't really see that every day, do you?
No, you don't. It's kind of surprising.
Wow.
But then our city wants to pass it off as cult stuff.
As cult stuff?
Yeah.
But if you try to search up to see what the media has to say, a lot of them are denying and fact-checking that none of this is true.
Ohio Republican Governor Mike DeWine joins us now from Columbus. Governor, good to see you. Is any legal citizen resident of Ohio eating dogs or cats illegally?
Well, Major, this is something that came up on the internet, and the internet can be quite crazy sometimes. And look, the mayor, Mayor Rue of Springfield says no, there's no truth in that. They have no evidence of that at all. So I think we go with what the mayor says. He knows his city.
As you can imagine, it's leaving people very confused, especially when you have residents of Springfield coming on TikTok crying out for help.
This shit ain't no joke. It's not funny. I really do not feel safe here, bro. Like, everyone on TikTok, on Facebook, making these jokes to get everything funny. Like, imagine you being homeless for a whole year for no reason. They really out here decapitating animals, and y'all are making jokes out of it. Imagine if you went outside and you saw your dog's head decapitated on the ground. Like, why are y'all thinking this shit's a joke? It's not a joke. I don't feel comfortable walking anywhere. I would feel safe in my own city.
Yes. They are killing ducks at our reservoir and at our parks. They are chopping their heads off and they are cooking them up. They are also gutting animals up at the reservoir and roasting them, goats, pigs, that kind of thing, which, you know, obviously isn't illegal, but the way that they're doing it and leaving things is just ridiculous. They have completely trashed our reservoir. I mean, overloaded with trash. It's really sad.
Now, everyone who's debunking these claims are saying that we live in the age of social media where everyone's got their phones out all the time. Why aren't there photos or videos of these things happening? And I gotta say, a lot of those in control of social media will take down content like that. However, if you go on Twitter, and let me just give you a major trigger warning. Let's just say I have seen some of these things. I'll try to post it in this video, but I hope my video doesn't get flagged for it. And then we have this very viral body cam footage that everyone seems to claim is proof that cats are being eaten.
What did you do? Why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me. Smile with your teeth. Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with him.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
However, that footage has been debunked. That did not happen in Springfield. It actually happened 2 hours away in Canton, Ohio.
This information in this post is misleading since the video did not even take place in Springfield, Ohio. This sequence shared on social media actually took place in Canton, that is located 276 kilometers or 172 miles away from Springfield. More precisely, we were able to geolocate the video that took place in exactly 13th Street Southeast in Canton, based on this Google Street View, where we located the same house that we see in the viral video.
We do have this 911 recording from Springfield, Ohio.
Clark County Communications.
Yes, ma'am. I got a question. This is a non-emergency line, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm sitting here. I'm riding on the trail going to my orientation for my job today, and I see a group of Haitian people. There was about 4 of them. They all had geese in their hand.
And look, who are we to determine what is happening or not? They all just need better leadership. And then just today we have Trump still not doubling down, saying it is happening.
Did you say that people are eating dogs in Springfield, Ohio?
Yeah, it's true. You take a look at it. No,
it's nonsense. The local authorities say it.
Well, you could check it out. Check with the authorities.
And the world of social media is absolutely wild. They went ham with these memes.
Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang.
Save the animals. President Trump.
I'm just speechless at this point. The internet is full of memes and wild conspiracies. I definitely want to know your thoughts, especially if you live in Springfield, Ohio. And I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go spend some time with my pet. Thank you for watching. Peace.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating